What's going on, YouTube? I hope you guys are doing well. You guys have been asking us a lot about these Bitcoin forks that keep popping up. So in today's video, I wanted to address at a high level what they are, what they mean, and what does it mean for the future. Now, I'll leave a link to our ebook in the description below where we explain the mechanics of blockchain forks in more detail. So what are forks? The blockchain mining process occurs by having miners verify blocks of information and attaching these new blocks to the blockchain. Every blockchain has a genesis block, block 0, and as miners verify blocks of information, they will attach new blocks to the subsequently verified block. So for example, after the genesis block, the miner who mined block 1 would attach block 1 to block 0, making the block height 1. Now a fork is when two or more blocks have the same block height, forking the blockchain. So in this example, block 2 currently has a forked block. And this typically occurs when two or more miners find blocks at nearly the same time. So there are two different types of forks: a hard fork, which is what is commonly referenced to in the news, and a soft fork. Whereas a soft fork can be thought of as simply a software update, a hard fork is a permanent divergence in the blockchain. You can kind of think of it as if a user switched from the iPhone to a Samsung Galaxy. The Galaxy user would not be able to use the iOS software and would have permanently diverged from iOS. So why does this happen? As we know, Bitcoin is a decentralized software and is designed to be free from centralized authority. As a result, protocols have been made to allow people to submit Bitcoin improvement proposals and contribute to the development of Bitcoin. In cases where the proposal is critical enough in changing the Bitcoin software, a fork is required. Now, we've had several fork attempts and forks in the past few years since the Genesis block. I think the first one that is most important to understand is segWit and segWit 2x. So segWit stands for segregated witness, and very simply it reduces the size of each Bitcoin transaction. Since each Bitcoin transaction contains a public key, a hash, and the owner's signature, what segWit does is it removes the signature from the transaction and stores it in another data structure. So with this change, the size of each individual block does not increase, and instead, each Bitcoin transaction that is stored in the block is smaller, enabling the block to hold more transactions. Now, segWit 2x, the most recent fork attempt that failed, wanted to integrate a doubling of the block size in addition to the original segWit proposal. However, the Bitcoin community showed a lot of discontent for segWit 2x because it would remove a feature called replay protection, which is used to protect users of Bitcoin. Now, for those in the community that did not like the concept of segregated witness, there is the implementation of Bitcoin Cash. And Bitcoin Cash does not implement segWit and instead increase the block size by 8 times and has the ability to adjust mining difficulty downward if it only has a small proportion of miners dedicated to mining Bitcoin Cash. Now, hopefully that was a good overview on what forks are and how they have played a role in the Bitcoin ecosystem. As improvements to Bitcoin continue to develop, soft and hard forks will play a vital role in aligning the decentralized philosophy that Bitcoin holds. In our blog, we will cover in more detail the implications for each of the forks, and for upcoming forks, we will make sure to create content to keep you guys informed. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave questions or comments below. See you in the next video.